Daniel chapter 7, please. Daniel chapter 7. Let's talk about the United States of America, their role in the end times. So a lot of people, they are interested and they want to know what's the role of the United States of America in the end times. Now, the number one mistake they do is that they look at Revelation 17 and 18 with Babylon. That's a big no-no. And I already gave a video about that. I titled it Babylon USA, etc. But I'll do another video on that. That way I can do an apologetic approach that would be more convincing. But I'm not going to cover that one. Just basically this, is that the United States of America, you can't put it as Babylon because you avoid the richness of its role in other verses. One, not only that, number two, you avoid the richness of the role of Babylon at Revelation 17 and 18, which is the Roman Catholic Church, the Roman Empire. That's what you should put it as. When you put these two empires separately in those verses, you see it more richly and connected in its role at end times. United States of America is not Babylon. That's the Roman Catholic Church. United States of America is the leopard. Go to Daniel chapter 7. Daniel 7. And then we're going to look at Revelation 13 as well. Revelation chapter 13. These two chapters go hand in hand concerning these certain beasts, which will be important to understand their role. Now look at Daniel chapter 7 and verse 6. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and notice dominion was given to it. This is proof that the leopard has to be a certain king and kingdom, okay? It has to be a certain king and kingdom, the leopard. Now, the point is we have to figure out who the leopard is, right? How do we know United States of America would be the best candidate to fit in with the leopard? Look at Revelation 13. Now keep your hand at Daniel 7. We're going to look at occasionally at these two places. Let's look at Revelation chapter 13. We're going to read verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a what? Leopard. See, the Antichrist, when he comes out, he comes through the form of a leopard. Now remember, what is the leopard at Daniel 7? That's a kingdom. And his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Now compare that, keep your hand at Revelation 13, keep your hand at Revelation 13, compare that with Daniel 7 again. Now look at verse 7. We saw Daniel 7:6, that's the leopard. And then at Daniel 7:7, it's more advanced than that. It's a culmination. It's a culmination. That is the Antichrist. It's the Antichrist beast. Look at Daniel 7:7, how it's worded. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. Notice, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. It said it's diverse from all the beasts before it. So that included the leopard, as well as the bear, and the lion. Because notice at Daniel 7:5 and 4, lion, bear, right? So thus, 4, verse 4, lion, verse 5, bear, verse 6, leopard, then verse 7, the Antichrist is a diversity of all these things. It's diverse from all the beasts before it with 10 horns. Because look at Revelation 13 again. Look at Revelation 13 again. Verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and what? 10 horns. Remember, this Antichrist comes with 10 horns at Daniel 7:7. But look, it has a diversity in verse 2. See that? Diversity of leopard, feet of a bear, mouth of a lion. So there's no doubt, this Daniel 7 and Revelation 13 is definitely connected. There is a connection with these two passages. The beast, the Antichrist beast, there is no doubt, is referring to Daniel 7:7 as a diversity of that. But here's the important note where we can discover United States. The Antichrist, he may be a diversity of these beasts, which is these kingdoms, but what is his main body? In verse 2, the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, not a bear, not a lion. The bear and lion were parts of the body. The main overall body was what? The leopard. That's the beast. So here's the thing, is that, think about it, if you're going to think about a king and kingdom that is the best candidate for the Antichrist to use to set up his one world kingdom and one world empire, who is the best candidate in the entire world? United States of America. That is the best candidate. Thus, we see right here that the United States of America is the leopard. Why? Because it is the best candidate out of all countries to be this. Not only that, the leopard is what? A diversity of these other kingdoms. The United States of America is known to be a diversity of many different kingdoms. It is literally rich as a melting pot. But if you don't think so, here's another thing to think about. It is what? The bear and lion, right? Whatever this Antichrist is, as a leopard, he has a culmination, parts of a bear, part of a lion. He has the mouth of a lion. You know what that is? England. Why? Because London's coat of arms is England. He has the mouth of a lion. England. That's English. See that? That's one of the main languages in America. And originally, a lot of them came from England, right? And then diversity with Native Americans and a lot of other people immigrating. Bear, right? Feet of a bear. What is the bear? That's Russia. The main symbol in Russia is bear ever since the Soviet Union and even in today. Now think about it. If you look at Russian history, a lot of Russian history that time, with the Soviet Union to today, a lot of it is like communist ideology. All right? I know we're not in communism today in Russia, but it is very similar in ideology. So from Soviet Union to today, there's that ideology that's still carrying on. And guess what? Isn't America leaning more and more and more toward that leftist kind of ideology? That leftist kind of ideology of socialism, communism, etc. The feet moving as a bear, right? So where it's moving. So how is our system moving today? See, it's more toward the leftist side. See, that socialism, communism type. So there's no doubt, if you're going to think about all this together, United States of America is perfect. Now, how do we know? Now, if you watch my video, which I posted online, how do you know bear is Russia, lion is England? I do it more convincingly at my other video, the seven-headed dragon and the 10-horn Antichrist. The seven-headed dragon and the 10-horn Antichrist. I explain it convincingly that Russia has to be the bear, England has to be the lion, to convince you. Okay, so the point is the leopard, though. That's the point of this video. United States of America, there's no doubt, it will have to be it. But think about it, is that the leopard also, if you think about a certain leopard, a leopard can also has the similar colors of the three ethnicity colors of sociology. In sociology, they put all races within these three main ethnicities. Shem, Ham, and Japheth from the book of Noah, but in sociology, Negroid, Mongoloid, and Caucasian. How it fits perfectly is that you got Mongoloid with the yellow body of a leopard, Japheth, Caucasian with the white belly of the leopard, and you got Ham, Negroid, with the black spots of a leopard. So it fits, see, as a melting pot. So there's no doubt with all these pictures that the Bible is showing, and the best country to fit in with that is United States of America. Not only that, let's look at Daniel 7 again. This is really interesting. Go to Daniel 7. I'm going to give you some prophecy right here. So this is really interesting at Daniel 7. Notice that this leopard, it has 4 foreign parts to it. Look at Daniel chapter 7 and verse 6. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it, what? 4 wings of a fowl. The excuse me. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Now this is interesting. This leopard has 4 wings of a fowl. That's a foreign part of its normal body, the leopard. The leopard's body is a leopard, but it has 4 foreign parts of a bird. So you have to think of a different kind of animal, a different kind of kingdom thus. See that? A different kind of country thus. So the United States of America will have 4 foreign parts. Now think about it. In the United States of America, we know the main part is right here. United States of America with its 48 states, right? From Maine to California. That's the main body, United States of America. But aren't there 2 foreign parts to the United States of America that's not part of that main body? You got Alaska. That's all the way up there. That's not part of the United States, all the way up there. You got Alaska, and you got Hawaii, an island all the way over there. So you got 2. Wait a minute, Pastor. I thought you said 4. That's right. We got 2, which is Alaska and Hawaii. The other 2 are yet to come, that means. So United States of America, it's going to have 2 more. But it is yet to come. It is yet to come. So the thing is this, if you want to keep an eye out for how close we are to tribulation and rapture, is to see this one. If you keep an eye on this one, you can see we're closer to the rapture and tribulation. It's also possible we can be raptured, and then after the rapture, when the Antichrist sets things up, United States of America will have the other 2 foreign parts. That's also possible too, though. Here's another interesting thing, the last thing about the United States that's interesting. It said the 4 wings of a what? Fowl, right? Is that what it said? 4 wings of a fowl? This is interesting. Some people might assume this might refer to the eagle, the symbol of the eagle in the United States of America flag. That's not true. Because look at this. If it said eagle, the Bible would have said that. Look at verse 4. Verse 4. The first was like a lion and had what? Eagle's wings. But in verse 6 with this leopard, it doesn't say eagle's wings here. See that? It's something else that's different. Wings of a fowl. What's a fowl? If you, even at dictionary.com, you can see this. At dictionary.com, it would even say in the very first definition, which is interesting, is a chicken. It's a chicken. A domesticated type of bird. A chicken, a hen. That is interesting, isn't it? So if you look up the word fowl and then look it up at the dictionary, it can refer to chicken, you gotta understand. And actually at dictionary.com, it's the very first definition. So the Bible can be more modern than you think with this definition, actually. Another thing is this, is that concerning, I forgot to mention this to people online, but another thing is this, is that how we can see that this fowl is a chicken is because this is a leopard. He's on the ground. Chickens, they can't fly. See that? They can sure run though, right? And that leopard sure can run. That is really interesting. That makes sense that it would be like a chicken. It can't be the eagle bird because the Bible already mentioned that. Why do you say a chicken, Pastor? Because look at the United States of America. Hasn't it always played chicken in policy and politics? Why? Because we want to get along with everybody. See that? Let's tolerate things. See that? That's why we get a lot of problems in America. That's why certain countries are taking advantage of America too. That's why a lot of people don't like what Donald Trump is doing. You see that? Why? Because United States of America always plays chicken. Always plays chicken. There, see, this is so. The Bible is more modern and very, very way ahead than you think, and words things for a reason. That's the brilliance.